Welcome to VLab. On tonight's show we will be making some UV resin crystals. The finished pieces are visually indistinguishable from the real thing and often exhibit as much or more fire and brilliance.
Yes, they do.
In the first experiment we will be making a blue topaz crystal cluster in a synthetic matrix.
In step 1 we will be preparing a mold with some clear silicone. The clear mold will allow UV light into the resin. First, the two-part mold compound is prepared. Next, a natural crystal is placed into a jar and covered over with the silicone mix. Once cured, the natural crystal is removed from the mold.
Now we will be mixing some powdered pigments and resin dyes in with some UV resin. Next, the resin mix is injected into the mold and then cured under UV light. Once cured, the finished piece is then removed from the mold.
In step 2, a supersaturated solution of monoammonium phosphate is prepared. The solution is then slowly dripped onto the resin crystal. Over time, the crystalline matrix forms on and around the piece. The finished piece is now ready for display.
In the next experiment, we will be making some rainbow tourmaline crystals. This is a bit trickier since this type of tourmaline has a combination of different colors.
In the first step, some green resin dye and pigment powders are added to some UV resin. The mix is then injected into a hexagon-shaped mold and then repeated over again with some red and blue colored mixes. Next, the resin crystal is cured under UV light and then removed from the mold.
In step 2, 2 resin crystals are placed into a dish. Next, a supersaturated solution of potassium aluminum silicate is prepared and slowly dripped onto the resin crystals. Over time, the solution evaporates, leaving a crystalline matrix on and around the resin crystals. The piece is now ready for display.
Thanks for watching.